Hey everybody! So this is Pentesting Skills, coming back with another tutorial. And I know it's been a long time. I haven't recorded videos and tutorials about programming in Python, but actually, fortunately, we're back. So today I'm back with a different tutorial. So I'm gonna talk to you about an active response tool, which is fail2ban. How actually can you go ahead and perform an action after detecting an incident on your network. So if we go ahead and do an SSH over to shellcoder at the given IP address 172.16.122.3, and we're gonna type in the appropriate password, we're gonna sudo in, and if we you can actually go ahead and do apt cache search for fail2ban. And this is the tool, fail2ban ban hosts that cause multiple authentication errors. So this is, of course, against brute forcing attacks. So today's example is about SSH. How can we actually block SSH-based brute forcing attack? So if we go to etc, so of course you can actually go ahead and do an apt install fail2ban. It's already installed my system, so you can go ahead and etc fail2ban, and here we have a couple of config files. So we have the fail2ban.conf, and this is actually a very simple file. So the log target, so fail2ban is gonna store its log on this given file, and this is the socket file and the PID. So the main config file is gel.conf. So as you can see here we have a couple of directives. So the first directive here is ignore IP. So if you're gonna put here, for example, let's assume that you want to ignore an IP from your network, so from being banned. So let's give an example here, 172.16.122.100. So if this given IP is gonna perform a brute forcing attack against this server, it's gonna be ignored. It's not gonna ban, okay? Or in other words, the fail2ban, it's not gonna create an IP table rule to block or to ban this IP address. So the loopback address with the CIDR8 is ignored. So we have here the ban time. The ban time here, how many time you want to block or to ban the attacker's machine, okay? So this amount of time is in seconds, and we have another directive which is find time. So the main actually what fail2ban is gonna do is to parse the log files, the auth.log files. It's gonna check for different attempts, failure logins. And if it's gonna find 3 attempts in this given time in second, it's gonna actually take the source IP address and block it, okay? So let's scroll all down here, and actually now fail2ban is capable of sending email notifications and so on and so forth. So let's take an example of SSH. So we're gonna enable it. It's false now. Set it to true, and the port is SSH. You can actually put it 22 because we already know. So let's grab SSH from etc services. So as you can see here, it takes this information from this file. So we can actually, where is the SSH section? So let's do SSH. Okay, so the filter is SSHD, the log path is varlog auth. This is where failure authentications or authentication based messages are stored in this log files, okay? And the maximum retry is 6. Okay, so let's limit this value to 3. So we are going to do an etc init.d fail2ban restart. Okay, so we're gonna restart the service, and let's actually let's take a look on iptables first. Iptables -nl. So as you can see here, a rule has been added to for fail2ban SSH has been added to our input chain. So we are actually, as you can see here, the source is anywhere, any given IP, the destination, and the destination port is 22. So after attacking this service or this server, fail2ban is gonna add a rule on the fail2ban SSH here and rejects all messages or all packets from the attacker's machine. Okay, so let's tell varlog, and if you remember fail2ban, so let's go ahead and perform an attack from this given host. So remember the IP address, let me just remind you, by the IP address of this server is 0.3, and my IP address here, ifconfig hack1, is 0.2. Okay, so let's sudo. I'm gonna use Hydra, so I have a dictionary based files, very simple dictionary based files, ltrh. As you can see here, it's 83 bytes. So we are going to use Hydra with the login shell coder and the capital P to give it the list, and the IP address is 3 and the service is SSH. So just to prove you that we are going to be banned, I am going to start a ping from this particular host to our host. Okay, so let's minimize it here, or lessen it. So as you can see here, once the attack has been started, we should be blocked. So now the ping has been stopped, and the fail2ban actions, actually the IP address 172.16.122.2 has been banned. Okay, and it has been banned for this given seconds, and as you can see here, we are not able to ping the host or to SSH over it. So shell coder at, and as you can see here, even now I can't, I lost the connection from this host. Okay, so hopefully you like this tool, and I'm gonna come back to you, my friends, about other tutorials. Thank you for viewing this video. See you next time.